Third time's a charm. Let's see if we can do it. All right, I'm going to get a couple of things out right away in case I do lose you. We do have a big storm creeping up from the east. So I wanted to give a big thank you to Nancy L. and I. All right, so that's my thank yous very much. Thank you for sticking. Big thank yous for you staying with me, even though I've been having all these problems. All right, and then I also wanted to let you know if you emailed me for information on the crystal class and you received an email answer back from me, I'm waiting to hear from you because I'm limiting the number of participants so that we can have a great interactive class. So right now I have 5 places available. So if you receive the email back from me, please text me and let me know. You do not need to pay me right away, but please reserve your spot. All right. So, and you know what my phone number is because I emailed you. All right. And I'll send out a few more if people don't answer me back. Okay. Our card of the day. And please let me know if you're with me when I do the card of the day. It really helps me out too. I'm supportive. I feel very supported by all of you. The Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. On Blue Sky, it's Way Positive Change because it is. And we got the 9 of Swords, and I could not sleep last night. So I went out on my driveway really, 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 really early, way before dawn. And I did some prayers. I did several. The 9 of Swords is actually a good card to get when you have some anxiousness or you're feeling out of sorts or envisioning the worst. It lets you know with the astrological signs and glyphs on the blanket and the roses there, a promise for the future, that your worst fears are not going to suddenly materialize in front of your eyes. And then we say our most favorite, our beloved Louise Hayes, my favorite affirmation of hers to recite is only good lies before me, especially when this one comes up. And I just want to reiterate, it's a really good time to be wearing your black stones, your jet, your obsidian, your black tourmaline, and your amethyst. Throw some white crystal or selenite in there as well to stay calm. Speaking of prayers, several of you, and Marva, actually thank you for your email as well, have asked for us to do a prayer time together. So I have selected, and if you can't make it, send it. If you can't make the exact time, no worries. Send it up before or later. It's all supportive. It all goes to the same place. And so I picked this Sunday, which tomorrow is the 23rd. So Saturday is the 23rd. Sunday is the 24th. We're still in the new moon of Virgo energies. And 2 p.m. Eastern. So 2 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon for me, 1 p.m. Central, 12 noon Mountain, 11 a.m. Pacific. It's in, I put 2 p.m. Eastern on the title for this video. All right, can you please let me know that you can, all right, so you're still having problem with the sound. Okay. All right, so this is a test. Oh, it's rough to listen to. All right, how about, do you hear the goat? All right. Audio is cutting in and out. All right. Can anyone hear the goat? Goat is good. I sound okie dokie. You think it's the internet. Thank you, Kevin. That's important to me. Okay, I have to keep going. Please go out and come back in if you can. I had Xfinity reboot my whole system. So please go out and come back in if there's crackling. I can adjust this a little bit. Hopefully that is a little better. Okay, That's all I can do. So those are the things that I wanted to let you know. I was also told by my angels and guides when I went on the driveway, I think it was out there like 3 a.m., to be patient. I was told to be patient. I sent out a most benevolent outcome prayer for myself. I sent a benevolent prayer, which is I ask any and all living beings to aid, assist, and help provide the light to shine on the truth, that the truth and the light will prevail. Okay, and then to help rid the world of darkness and people that are doing icky things. Now, I also asked, because I have prayed great prayers for an archangel intervention through God and Jesus. For me, that's how it worked. So I did that prayer again for our democracy, and to help save us, and to help strengthen and build up the people who are trying to tell the truth, and the light workers. But you can, hey Freddie, hey Patricia. So I just want you to pray any way you pray, and however you pray. It's about the convergence of the energy. It's about the message that I got from Sylvia Brown, that we do this together, that we work together as a team. I got that message 3 days in a row from her. And so I think that's really, really, really important. And we do need to be patient. Could absolutely, my guides and angels could absolutely just mean that when they told me on August 16, 2024, that we signed up for 1 year, it just could have been from August to August, right? But he does look sick. Did you see him today? And he was wearing, oh, I wanted to tell you one more thing. There is a focus group, and it's called hegetsus.com. It's about Jesus, and it's somewhat right-leaning, and they did a focused ad on Jesus being a refugee and the story of Mary and Joseph. And they said Jesus is a refugee and he gets us. So that is going to get to the orange one. That was a big deal. I saw that today. I was impressed. I was shocked, actually. All right. So he looks sick. He's sick. He's definitely sick. He was wearing the Trump was right all along, or Trump is always right, or has always been right from the get-go, or whatever his hat said. Which means he knows that he isn't. It's just that simple. It means that he's not, and he knows he's not. And all of his actions today with Pam Bondi and just Dan Vance saying, we will be informed. He already knows. He said we, and he always double blinks when he tells lies. It's like automatic. It's so awesome. And so 2 setups in 1 day. First, the FBI, and they wore jackets stating with big gold letters FBI on them. Those girls carrying boxes, they were all of what, 20 or something, and the guy opening the door was going to knock first, but then he made something he couldn't even. He was not even in step. He was just not. They didn't know what they were doing. And you could just tell the whole thing was botched and a setup with all their jackets on. They even had a main guy from the FBI, an ex-FBI agent, that said they don't wear that. I mean, a couple do, but it's not like that. So that was staged, and Bolton came in right after they left, and he was waving, please. Not only was he a defense person, he's like a 74. Is he 74? I don't know. He's a Scorpio. There's nothing there. Trust me, there's nothing there. He's very intelligent. And he was born on November 20th. He's like at the tail. If he hasn't gotten what he needs to hide on the 20th November, trust me, I'm the 21st of November. Joe Biden's the 20th of November. If we don't get it, we're in really big doo-doo. Okay, anyway, I found that hilarious. And he was even laughing. He definitely had a big Bolton smirk on his face. It was good. It was good. I hope you saw it. And then Maxwell says, oh, yeah, she doesn't recall seeing the happy birthday thing. And Clinton didn't do anything. He just flew on the plane. And the Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, just no, don't recall. I don't know. And then I didn't see or ever. I was just really amazed that Donald Trump made it to his accomplishment, great accomplishment of making it to the presidency. So he can get. Who's saying he's 79? Bolton, I looked it up. He's either 74 or 76. I'm not talking about Trump being 79. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was talking about the date. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I need to just keep going. Hopefully the sound is better. Okay, so please let me know. Rebecca puts in, Trump is 89. I don't think Trump's 89. Okay, oh, much better. Okay, so maybe I just had it too. I don't know. I'm trying everything, you guys. I'm going to sleep tonight, I can tell, although around the new moon and the full moon. This one's usually up. All right, so let's see. I did the thank yous. I asked you to please join me in prayer. Several of you emailed me and asked for a specific time when we could gather together. And remember, it doesn't need to be all at the same time. Okay. I feel that Ghislaine Maxwell, I've never gotten good cards for her. Let's start with her. I think she's in trouble. Then we're going to look at Trump's health. He's sick. There's something wrong. There's something. But let's start with. And then Ghislaine Maxwell said her father really liked Trump, and so Gizzy and Mel, we're going to call them Gizzy and Mel. Ghislaine. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I can't. I just can't. Melania and Gizzy were best buds because they're both Slovakian. So, I mean, just let it go, Lori. Let it go. All right. So, Ghislaine Maxwell, show me her future. Yep, she's getting out. Yep, she's going some places. I saw when I was reading with Johnny and Jen and Becca that she was going to get out of jail, and she has. All right. So let's see her future. Will she be well? Will she continue to get out and be free? Is she going to be charged with perjury again? Oh, we got a jumper. What is that? Oh, she gets her wish. Yeah, for right now. For right now. But this is overreach again. You know, Trump can't do just one. He can't just stage one thing on a Friday. It has to be two, because more is better for him. It couldn't be just one or two swing states. It had to be all. And then it had to be the popular vote too, right? He always does overreach. So short-term future for Ghislaine Maxwell. It's hysterical. Well, now people are saying the sound is perfect. Okay, so it was terrible at the beginning. So I'll have to put a note up on that now. But at least we're on the mend, okay? Okay, so she has, you know, she dodged all around the I can't remembers, I don't recalls. She needs a pardon. She is enslaved. Okay, she got herself there. Self-done. Remember, these chains are always self-placed by the people in there. She wants a pardon. Okay, and she's going to get one. She will get one. But here come people that are going to say, that will be accusatory, and will say, you are not telling the truth. And I know what you did when I was in the room or what I saw. And so there are these opposing forces. Now, when you get all these horses and opposing forces here, the horse in the death card, the horse in the 6 of Wands, and the horse in the 9 of Swords, this is a lot of energy. So this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. This is huge. Horses are giant totems. All right, and then there's the lawyer up. So there will be more. She's going to need more attorney. And she may be ill. She might not have good health. So on a later date, we'll look more into that. Of course, we don't wish anyone ill will, but we do want people who commit crimes to go to jail. So there will be more investigation. This is not. Oh, she has a real quick gain here, and then we're back to the courts. It's not over. Oops, it's not over. And the people that were involved in it are going to speak out. So it's too much for them. So, and it'll be one female in person that will say, you had this conversation, because she was even asked, Blanche asked her if you recruited people for massages from Mar-a-Lago or anyone in particular, which would have been Virginia Giuffre. So, and she said no, and she didn't recall, and she doesn't, so we already know that. It's just one big fat lie. Okay, Trump is sick. He was ghastly white. All right, so show me Trump's health. This was all a show to just try to take the focus off of. But then they do this themselves. So they couldn't leave it at Bolton, which was all over MSNBC, CNN, all of the other, all of the legacy media, and that's all that. They should have just left it there, but he can't. It isn't enough. It isn't enough. So he shoots his own foot. He digs his own grave. Oh yeah, he's having giant. First of all, he has resentment. And this clogs up that solar plexus chakra here, right all in here. Okay, so this means you can't go to the bathroom right. It means all those kind of things. Okay. And he had to either have another IV or something. Okay, there's the doc. There's someone who helps him. Oh, he does have a portal coming up. When you ask him about someone's health and the world card comes up, there are certain portals where you can leave if you want to. I'm going to ask about Bolton in a minute. Yeah, he's not feeling very well. They're giving him medicine. There will be an announcement, but he didn't do something right. Somebody gave him something. He might have had some magic. I don't have the 5 of Pentacles here, so I don't think it was sniffy stuff. I think it was pills, and I don't think it agreed with him. And then he has to have something. Then he has to have something else, and then you have to have something else. It's like his lies. And then now his body doesn't have enough something, and he could even have anemia. So there's a big problem here. When you get this for health, it means your body is like, please give me something more, or you're not giving me enough of something, or you're missing a complete food group, because your body can be the beggar here. So he is not doing well here. No. And he knows that there are very aggressive people with valid information that are coming after him. He also repositioned and stationed or sent some warship over towards Venezuela. That I need to look at that too. We're going to have a problem. Let me just ask about that so I don't forget. Did a live with Denise yesterday. We were talking about trees and pumpkin liqueur, which I didn't even know if they made, but they do. All right, I haven't had any. I did have pumpkin coffee. Okay, so let's see. Venezuela. Now they're sending and positioning ships, and Madero or whatever his name is mad. He's madder than a murder hornet. All right, so let's see. Are we going to have a problem with Venezuela? Because, you know, it's not good. It isn't good. I think we're in trouble. And I read with Denise yesterday on her channel, and there is a problem coming. So because we have weakened our position has weakened. Our strength, our integrity has weakened, unfortunately. We have problems with Venezuela. Yes, we do. And we caused them. So I'm not saying that no one on that side didn't make a problem with cartels or what have you, but there's a huge problem here. And he shouldn't have done something. He shouldn't have said something, like, you know, his lifetime of shouldn'ts. All right, so I'm going to leave that at that. All right, I also wanted to know, we did see, remember when we read on the Miccosukee tribe and the environmental activist groups that got together to jointly sue or sue jointly the Everglades alligator Alcatraz, and there was a federal judge that put a stop to developing it anymore because it's affecting the waters and the Miccosukee tribe's tribal land and their hunting grounds and the fences. They can't get to their part of their property that rightly belongs to them, of course, and discharge into the waterways. So there will be no new detainees sent there. They did have some flooding, so they had to let go of some people that were in a certain part, but they're having big problems. So we did see that Miccosukee would have, the Miccosukee tribe would have a win, and they did, and I believe that will hold. I believe it'll hold. Okay, you're messing. You're just messing in a place where you shouldn't be messing. All right. So let's see. Elon Musk. Is he plotting with Just Dance Vance? Is Elon Musk? That was a question. Oh, I didn't write down your name. I'm so sorry. So Elon Musk and Just Dance Vance, are they plotting something together? They are. 6 of Wands. Elon Musk, Just Dance Vance. Yep, they have a new idea, new proposal, and they want to get rid of the emperor, the orange emperors on the side. They're feared. Okay, and Trump is feared too. So let me see why he's wearing that hat as well. Yeah, they have a plan, and they're in cahoots with the Putin. Remember, the Putin's not going to win. I did an in-depth reading on Putin in Ukraine. Putin does not win. Remember that. It may look, and remember, legacy media is only telling you the bad things that Putin is doing. They're not telling you about the amazing progress that Ukraine has been making on Russia's, with drones and reaching Russia's fuel supply and infrastructure. Okay. They're making choices. They're deciding how they're going to get rid of or supersede or usurp the orange one. So they are the lovers. It's right here. One of them, though, is not as committed as the other. Just Dance Vance doesn't even know who he is, and Musk doesn't even know where he is or where he stands on a day-to-day basis either. So what could possibly go wrong? All right. Why is Trump afeared? Why is he ashen? And why is he wearing Trump was right all along? Why is he afeared? What's going on? What is he afraid of most right now? Because he had the 9 of Swords when I asked. What is he afraid of most? Wow, 1,451 people in the room. Thank you so much. Thank you, Curious Barb. Ukraine's Anna and Jay tell it all. Can you list their, is that the name of their YouTube channel? All right. Is Lucky Girl in the chat? Somebody held a, no, maybe not. Okay. He's afraid. He knows he has to split with, you know, that plant in Ukraine, that American plant was the Flex plant or something like that. I don't remember the name of it. He knows that his relationship with the Putin is on the skids. You know, on the skids. It's a skid. I don't know. All right, so he knows it isn't good. So he's mostly afraid of Putin. He feels like he did everything that he could. He even rolled out the red carpet for the monster. He knows, and that's why he did what he did today, because he had to do these setups to protect himself. So for self-protection, far in advance of what Putin is going to let loose, because Putin will plant people with stories and things. And they will be about lust, and this is the Aleister Crowley lust card, and activities, and he is really afraid of what is coming. His standing is here now. He thinks he's okay, but he's very afraid of what's going to happen. There's going to be something that comes out about his kids too, and money, even with Ivanka. Yep. He knows that Putin holds the goods and that there are plans in place to reveal his secrets. So that's what's going to happen. Hey, Beth Cat. So this is a big deal. He's afraid. So he took these security measures, he believes, and he did two because one wasn't good enough. And he must be feeling that the releases and Putin will be setting something up very quickly. So he had to work in advance of the onslaught. So his relationship with Putin is completely broken. But let's back that up. The sex stuff is coming out. The sex, lust, payments, the younger people with that page of Pentacles, that's coming out. So, and Gizzy and Mel are besties from Slovakia. Oh my gosh. And now Trump's being trolled by a far-right evangelical group. I'm loving it. Jesus is a refugee. All right, show me the relationship between Trump and Putin right now. What's happening? Yeah, you can see the ad. It's a very good ad. You can see the ad on hegetsus.com. Oh yeah, there's the secrets. So they are not working in cahoots with each other anymore. They each have their own. Ron Wyden will get to the money trail. Don't you worry, Titanic X. Yep, it's over. It is over, and this eclipse, the eclipse and the eclipse is not going to be on me and Euplex. It's not going to happen. But on them, yeah, they're getting it, all right? So their friendship and their love potion number 9 is on the skids. So one of them has left the building. And there was dishonesty. Now they're in full judgment and act. What does this mean? A call to action. It means that Putin will take action, which he already has, but he's going to take more. But wait, there's more. And Trump will take action. So now that's what they're going to do. And this is the card that we got for Putin, for his outcome card. But he is also going to send, Putin's going to send some crows and some owls. Going to give bits of information over here, bits of information over here, some exchanges of payments, some gossips. There's some of those flying birds, ravens, crows, owls, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. And there's a bunch of information coming out about smaller people and money trails. So there it is. They are not working together. One of them left the building and the other one has no other alternative other than to do what they need to do, feeling a call to action. But the pages are facing the other way. Someone gave and someone took, right? Givers attract takers. And the bully, the serial bully. And how do you know it's a serial bully? It took me a long time to get this, and we talk about this in tarot class. But you can see the two people who drop their swords because the bully isn't playing fair or by the rules, of course. So they have to leave with their, some sort of honor or integrity or just their lives and beating heart, right? Because this person is a collector of hearts, got a jar of hearts, just like that song. But these two are just leaving. He hasn't collected these swords yet, but he has two from the previous opponents that he took and shamed and stole from. That's why we know he's the serial person. All right. In any situation. And there he is, right? So this just isn't going anywhere good for either one of them. This alone tells us that one of them is just not even going to communicate. You get that 8 of Cups in a relationship reading, that is no good, no bueno. It's really bad. And don't let anyone tell you, I didn't know they weren't happy. Please. Their mind and their emotions left the building a long time ago. So it's just the facts. Okay. Remember, just because the person you're reading for is happy doesn't mean the person that's living in their house is happy. All right. Now, on a lighter note, all right, so is Trump going down soon? Is his establishment, is he going down soon? I'm going to ask for another 10 of Swords on Cash Patel, but is he going down soon? Is Trump going down? Karma, please come. The information on the Epstein stuff is coming. It's coming. There are people working on this. 3 of Pentacles. There's meetings. There are 2 eclipses in September. One, I think, is the last. Our astrologers here in the chat will post the dates. I think one is the last day or last degree of Virgo, right before it changes over to Libra. Okay, let's see here. Yep, it was too much overreach. And we've seen that overreach would be the problem. This is what we came up for with him every single time we asked, because, again, it's not just the swing states. It's not just 2 of the swing states. It had to be all of them. And then it had to be the popular vote. Not just one Bolton thing today that took the focus off, but then they had to come out with the Maxwell thing. There's a part of this has already died. They're trying to come up with these plans, but they know they're grasping at straws. They just look like idiots. Those two girls and the guy at the door of Bolton's house, and Bolton, no, he smiled. I loved it. Yeah. Now they know it's no good. They can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. And they know there's people working against them. They're working for the devil. They're hoping they're going to get out of it. And change is on the way. Now, I think they're trying, this looks like the spin they're trying to put on it right now, but they've lost optimism. And they're gambling here. They're really gambling. This usually means for the better, but when it's flanked by, remember, this is a hope and fear. And these two kind of cancel each other out. So these two would then, and hope is on its side, death cards here. So this means what goes up must come down, basically. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's look at Cash Patel. I put on conservative ads, and that's a third one already. All right, let's look at Cash Patel. Is he going down now? And someone asked me about Bongino. Dan. Okay, let's see. Cash Patel going down now. His future. Cash Patel. Keep getting the Ten of Swords. We've gotten it 3 times. 3 times. Cash Patel, his future. We're getting closer. And he posts on X Twitter, no one's above the law. Like, I just take my socks off, you guys. All right. Right, Jenny? Yeah, I agree. Okay. Oh yeah, he has no clue. He hopes nobody can tell what he's doing, but the people that are of the establishment, that were integral to the FBI they're all planning and plotting behind him. They don't have his back. He isn't liked. He tries to ignore it, but he can't. All of the drama and the chaos, he thought he could try to bring it together, but and then here it comes. So he just isn't going to be able to get past this. Now, all we know is that there's a dark-haired female. I'm still thinking it's somebody from security, CIA, before Tulsi, someone from the Biden administration that has knowledge and things that are written. And she is right here. And he doesn't think she's going to do this. And she brings balance to everything that he's tried to do. It paralyzes him. It brings the information. This is the card of Virgo. Virgo starts tomorrow. Is it today? Tomorrow. Depends on, oh boy. And she's the winner. So he's in trouble. He just doesn't realize. He thinks Gabbard's going to be able to help him out. But let me just ask this different, because I know that, well, I don't need to, because that is he gets frozen because this lady is bringing the truth to the light. So I don't need to ask it again, because I got the Ten of Swords 3 times. Okay. They're just letting us know what's happening there. All right. John Bolton, will he be arrested? I laughed when I saw the girls at the door and the guy, not sure if he was going to knock, touch the door, give direction, the empty boxes. It's like, please. Is John Bolton going to be charged or arrested? What happens to John Bolton? What happens to him? Oop. Okay. because this came out this way, you know I always read upright, but because this ended up coming out this way, I believe that he placed some things that inexperienced people will find and will think they are innocuous or not relevant or not important. They'll be in the wrong hands, people that don't have intelligence, and they will come to the light. And this is going to be important. So they think they're setting him up, but he's actually he's preemptively placed a few things of his own. All right, they're going to try. They're going to try. Something comes back about what Biden administration tried to do. There is information coming here. They're going to try to get him on two things, but it isn't stable. You know, when this is upright, it's tenable, manageable for a short period of time, but you can only juggle for so long. When it's on its side, it is not tenable, and one of the pentacles drops. And this is what freaks Trump out. He's afeared. They might question him. I do think he'll have an attorney, but I'm not seeing him going down. Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. Okay, there's 1858. Wow, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Help a girl out. And speaking about helping a girl out, Sylvia Brown did. And she came to me 3 days in a row. I've never heard from her before. I have read a few of her books, but she felt that it was important to impart upon me for us to work together. I guess she knows that I'm gotten the message from my angels and guides and related to you. So several of you then messaged me because you know I was getting towards the bottom of my rope. And you're like, can we do a prayer together? Can we do a prayer together? So pray any way you choose. But those BPs are really great. I ask any and all. It's called the benevolent prayers. I ask any and all living beings to aid, assist, and help provide the light to come forward, light workers, or archangel intervention, or pray that one first, or pray for God and Jesus, or pray for to anyone, anything, however you want to bring your energy, for every good thing you've ever done, for any bad thing the bad people have done, to get rid of them. But it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern, Sunday the 24th. That is this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 12 noon Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific. So set your alarm, please, so we can do it together. And you pray anything, or give gratitude. You want to send up a beautiful prayer, because gratitude is one of the highest forms of energetic prayer. And remember to give thanks in advance for being heard, for processing the prayers, because they're already heard. They're always heard. Send out gratitude for every time you've received an answer to your prayer, or you've seen change. Prayers have been answered. All right. Now, let's see. Okay. Trump is planning a crime crackdown in Chicago. Will he send National Guard troops or troops of any kind, or his own police people or whatever, to Chicago? Boy, I don't think that's going to be very smart. But when's that ever stopped him? All right. Will Trump send extra troops or law enforcement or any type of his own cockamamie half-assed pipe dreams of his people to Chicago? I think Pritzker has said you don't have that control here, but let's see. Okay, Internet's granddaughter. That's great that you meditate for Pam Gregory. That's great. But let's do this. Let's start this one. This is just one time for all of us. But thanks for sharing that. I know a lot of people join her there. This is a very specific prayer for us light workers to help us to our democracy and everything that our grandparents and parents, my parents believed of the greatest generation. Every generation is great, but I'm glad that they were both in World War II. I'll leave it right there. All the brothers and sisters, they really believe they saved the world, and they did. All right. Will he send them to Chicago? The government will not allow him to have control there. I think he realizes that's sort of I don't think so. He may say it, but I don't think so. There's a big standoff there with a lot of messages being, big fight. Okay. Thanks, Judy. That's very kind of you. Okay. He may send, because this is an armed guard, he could send maybe just a few, maybe just a few of the National Guard, just to observe. He will be met with he will be met with great opposition for this. Or maybe he'll tell them to hire more troops. It's something, he sends something or does something. But the government will not allow him to do what he did in Washington, D.C. Okay. Did you see that speech from the Chicago Bears quarterback? I have newfound hope in the quarterback. I loved the Chicago Bears. All right, with the refrigerator Perry, Walter Payton. What was the quarterback's name? The cutie guy, what was his name? I can't think of his name right this second. All right. And Dent, and I'm getting football on the head. Okay. The S&P 500 fell for 5 days in a row, and then it went back up when the Jerome Powell said, the Fed guy said, well, we'll probably bring it up. We'll probably bring there probably will be a Fed rate cut. So how does the S&P do, the stock market coming up in the next few months? I did read on John Bolton. What is someone saying so sad about 45? What? All right, we will ask that. Titanic X, will Murdoch release Epstein files? Because what Ghislaine Maxwell said was completely opposite of what his paper reported. We'll just put Epstein information. All right, let's go ahead and ask that. Oh, yes, McMahon. Thank you. Funky Luck. All right. Okay, wait. We're asking, I'm scrolling here. The S&P. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said he'd probably cut the rate by the end of the year, which was in total appeasement for Trump. But the S&P liked it. So let's just see, how does the stock market do for the rest of this year? Yes, I do a card of the day every day, the Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. On Blue Sky, it's Way Positive Change. All right, the stock market overall will have some losing dates, some money oozing out. It's because of other things that are happening with people, shop owners, people's overall morale is down, optimism is not there. People are frozen, not spending because they're concerned about tariffs. They're waiting for the other shoe to drop here. In September, we'll have some very important power over what happens in the month of September during the time of Virgo. Then I think it will be okay. Balance out. They're trying to make it better for Christmas. They may inflate numbers, or he's already put people in there to make sure that the numbers are complementary to his establishment, but that doesn't look so great there. But because of these numbers, it looks like it's going to be okay. But this is very tough right here. So the numbers might look great, but it's not the truth of what's actually going on because of the base of this. Okay. All right. And we already know somebody. Okay. All right, let's see. Yep, stay tuned. I'll be doing another tarot class in late October. All right. All right. Teresa asks, will California Governor Gavin Newsom, whom I love so dearly for trolling Trump. I love it. I love everything, every meme that his group is putting out. I love it so much. It brings me great joy, especially when he rides on an alligator shooting guns off with an American flag behind him. I love it. So will Gavin Newsom will he be successful in adding more seats for the Democrats? All right, that's tried to come out, so I think it looks positive. Boy, Russia is still really meddling in our information with NBC, and now MSNBC and NBC are on the splits, so the media is really all jacked up on. There's going to be a couple of females that stand out that don't want this to happen. So there's females on the Republican side. They're working hard, diligently. Yeah, I think they're going to get it. They're going to get it. They have to fight some indecision. They got to get to people to make them decide and show up. But this leads me to believe that they'll be successful. Okay? Don't believe everything you hear. All right. And Birdie Loves Donuts wants to know if Dan Bongino will be the catalyst that triggers the collapse of Trump's regime. Dan Bongino, I think so. I think he is going to be part catalyst, part werewolf, part catalyst. Where's all the good werewolves? Where's a good vampire when you need one flying around the top of the White House? Come on. But we don't want him to have eternal life, do we? Maybe we just need what we need. All right. I think so. He's going to need an attorney. He's got to lawyer up. He's going to load up, lawyer up. Just like a little pit bull. Load up. Bongino, Musk, Just Dance Vance. Yeah, Bongino is looking the other way. He doesn't like where he is. He feels like he's been bullied into staying there. He doesn't want to be there. He wanted to leave before. He has promised to try to do the right thing. But he's been planning and plotting his exit, and he's being co-parented, co-piloted, co-parented. He's thinking about the future and the information that he's going to bring out about the littles and the Epps things. He's already made his decision. Yes, this is a big fat yes. He will have a lot to do with it. And he is gonna, he's a sneaky individual. He's sneaky Dan. So, yes, you can put money on that one for sure. Great question. Okay. All right, 3 shifting veils wanted me to pull cards on the health of America. And remember, this is a combination. This isn't, our cards are a great tool, and there's something to focus on and to use our hands and focus. Focus with our eyes, but use our right brain information with our clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, all of our psychic abilities. And readings are all of that together. Can we see the health of America? Please, guides and angels, the health of America. Thank you, T-Barb. Oh, yeah, I got to look at Miller and Bondi, too. Okay. Well, Putin, has been terrible for us. However, we have an opportunity to get away from him. So this is really good. He's on his side here. He has caused the chaos. He's caused the drama. Wow, there's all that leakage. So there's going to be a whole bunch of drama about the littles, the small people. Oh boy, it's going to be a huge drop. I'm just feeling like it's a giant, it's like a mail drop, like a whole mail bag full of information. Names, dates, places, the whole kit and caboodle. And we're feeling, but don't lose your faith, because the world hasn't lost faith in us. They've lost faith in our establishment and people that are in control at this second, and we will be they turn away from us, okay, because we have chained ourselves to this person because we've allowed things to happen. Not you and I. Okay. And then there's the tower. So the fever will break, is what I just heard. So don't worry, okay? Because the truth of the light and the way will be restored. So it's very important. Our faith down here is really tested, but here are the secrets and the establishment and the origin of our government and the sacred doctrines and the keys of wisdom here and so we hold on. So we'll be all right. We will be all right. We're just seeing this way because of all the chaos. But I specifically heard the fever will break when that tower comes up. So do not be afraid. And by spring, it's just the travel is gonna be better. How we're viewed will be better. We'll have sorted things out. The government will be on a better, but it's gonna take a lot of time to get things balanced. Because it took a while. How many months has it been to wreck everything? He's pooped all over our buffet. Literally, it's like the Lotus says. The system is broken, right? All right, now let's see. All right, so we've got the prayer date Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Please join me. Any prayer you want to send. Give thanks that our prayers are heard. I think will Murdoch release more Epstein and Maxwell info? will Rupert Murdoch, or his son, release more Epstein information? I'm hearing yes, absolutely. And besides, now the credibility of is it the Journal? The Wall Street Journal? All right. Will Rupert Murdoch and his paper or people that are employed, that he employs, release more information on Maxwell, Epstein, and Trump? The end of the year is the end of this month. So they said 1 year. I was told to be patient out on my driveway at 3 a.m. this morning. We're going to be patient. All right. This is an absolute 100%, well, 99.8. Give or take a few rumors here or there. But this is the gossip, the surveillance, the speculative talk, the rumors. This is an absolute yes. I mean, we couldn't have gotten a better card for this, really. Because they are going to stick up for their reporting. They know that what they reported was true. So here they go. And they want their story and their paper's credibility to withstand. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. They're already working on it. And believe me, okay, good. There it is. They have more. They definitely have more information. Okay. So there's our big horse. And that's what we saw. And Trump knows this. And that's why he preemptively had this audio or whatever, these fake, all the setups. So here it is. This doesn't take very long either. This will be very quick. With the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords are two of the most quick timing cards. All right. And they can try to weasel and slime their way out of. And the most positive aspect of the Seven of Swords is how do you outsmart your opponent, right? Oh, there it is. When we asked about Trump, what is he afraid of? He's afraid of the lust and the sex stories. The Aleister Crowley lust card. Tried to get rid of it. He tried to draw the line. He tried to get the story out for what Maxwell said. Thought he was covering his butt. Here it is. The information comes from even other places in the world. Sources all over. This isn't just in a newsroom. It comes from people all over the world that are watching this, and they want to add their story or give information. So this is good. This is yes. I love it. I love it. This is very fast. So this is usually days. So get your popcorn ready. All right, get your popcorn and your pumpkin liqueur or whatever you're going to drink. Big Steph was talking about a slippery nipple with butterscotch liqueur or something. I don't know. I've never heard of that one. Clarence says, I want the files and the election fraud to come out. All right, so are we going to get more information about the fraudulent numbers? Will we get that soon? Is that coming soon? Something really big, the big information dump coming soon by the end of this month? This is our big, we're closing up on this question and then a reading for you and I. All right. Is there going to be a big info dump that helps us, that's on our side, that brings light and information? I know it is because we've been praying. It's on its way. We are already told 1 year. All right, here we are. Big information dump coming soon. They can try to preemptively set up these BS stories and interviews, and like anyone's going to believe anything that she has to say. Gates didn't do anything. Clinton didn't do anything. He just rode on the plane 57 gazillion times or something like that. Trump didn't do anything. Nobody did. And then she wasn't even Epstein's girlfriend and was only with Trump in social circumstances, settings. Well, how many people does it take to have a social setting? She's already been convicted. And it's like Joe Rogan said, she was trafficking to whom? To whom was she trafficking people? For entertainment purposes only. Okay. Someone tried to already bring information on election interference to someone, and they weren't having it. They were saying it's either too late, that's not going to fly, I don't think that's going to work. All right, but and then I also fear there are people, especially with like what's happening with Bolton and some of the others, that are just, they're concerned that their safety will be in jeopardy. So this is very uncertain times here in the present and in the past. They know that if they give information, they have to have a safe place to go. And that means they may have to leave their family, or everyone may have to leave. And it's going to cause heartbreak and betrayal. Remember, we saw betrayal before. So we're going to find out that somebody we trusted knows about this. It's coming soon. It will be very unsettling. It comes when the energy is ungrounded. Boy, we need to really pray, because this new moon is a doozy. And then there's the eclipses. This is usually very soon as well. Wands are actions. And this Knight of Wands has his hoofs off the ground. I mean, he's raring to go. Lawsuits will be filed. Hearings will be called. News comes from other places in the world. And then there's a hang up before we can get everything together. So we get a whole bunch of information, but there's a delay before everything can be put together. It's almost like there has to be the perfect melding of the date, the astrology, for all the people to be in place. This can also be people surrendering their ego. Okay, let me see. People will be hurt by some of the information that's coming out. And we're going to hear of betrayal, and we're not going to know what to do with our own thoughts about some of these things. And somebody has to leave. They know they have to move. Okay, will we be pleased? Let's just look at that. I know I'm going over time, but I just want to get some clear information to help us. Will we feel pleased? Will we feel like there's some clear-cut answers coming our way by the end of this month? All right. Yeah, I'm not concerned about Chicago. Okay. They're working on it. People do not lose hope, because people are working behind the scenes diligently. And this is, again, there are small people here that were involved. And they have to have protection. All right. It's because of the lies that the information and informants, I heard the word informants, come out. And there it is again. And that is our card of Leo. And we're at the end of Leo. And this is what Trump fears most. When we asked earlier in this reading, what is he afeared of? There it is. Okay. And this, you can't keep the mouth of this lion closed only for so long, you know, and it takes patience and perseverance. And it seems forever when we get this card in a reading. When you're asking about when will this happen, it seems like it takes forever. But here is that call to action. This is a big yes. There will be celebrations, and someone gets sick. And it will take a while. There's plans on the other side trying to combat this information, but they won't be able to do it. But it does take somebody down. And there will be betrayal. Prayers are heard. So pray with me, 2 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, the 24th. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 12 noon Mountain, 11 a.m. Pacific. All right. Now, let's do a reading for you and I for our weekend. Thank you for sticking this out with me. Thank you for Xfinity for helping me. We may feel a little ungrounded. You're doing a good job balancing everything. Wear your black tourmaline, your amethyst, get some jet. If you don't have jet, get obsidian, onyx. Guides and angels, please give us some really good information for this weekend. Okay. Thank goodness the microphone is okay. Thank you so much, T-Barb. And if you're just joining me and I sent you, there's 5 places for crystal class in September. If I sent you a return email about your inquiry, will you please let me know this weekend if you intend to, if you want me to save your place. There's 5 places. Other people are waiting. So I didn't press that enough in my first, I didn't state that the correct way in my first email. So, but I did give you my cell phone number. I want you to text me and tell me to save your place. You don't need to send payment right now, but if you want to come, let me know. Okay. Keeping the number intimate so that I can have good class participation with questions. All right. Okay, this is good because this always comes up as Peter Thiel and Musk, and they are on their side. And so that, I'm really loving this. This really makes me feel optimistic. They know there's trouble up ahead, and I'm really feeling optimistic about this. There is sickness, and I believe Orange is sick. He was milky white today, like ashen, like sweaty. You know how, if you have any medical experience, you know how when people have heart issues and they get diaphoretic and sweaty and their pulse races and they get sick to their stomach, and he looked like that. To me, that's what he looked like. All right, now we've got good people on our side. There's a good portal here. Don't worry. Be happy. All right. Oh, great. Allison knows. Welcome to Classes and Mini Reads. We have class Sunday night. So please read the previous community posts for members and send me your email so I can send you a Zoom invite for Sunday for our class. Okay, so we're going to work together. Working together, like Sylvia Brown said, brings the optimal results. Okay, this is everything, the tree of life, the Kabbalah, all of us working together, right? The magic swirls. And remember, there is a wand here. If you ever looked at the 10 of Pentacles, the elder has a wand right here. No one's wielding it because they know they have the power, right? So, and we've had it all along, Dorothy. Okay. All right, so don't get an attitude. Times feel difficult. Accept proposals, accept invitations. That was a big one from Sylvia Reynolds as well. When we will hear opportunities to share videos, like Ben Mysalis said, where people are being captured by ICE. Share, do your part, hear the call, hear the invitation to do whatever you can. There's a bunch of good energy coming in, and we're going to have victory after adversity. We're in the adversity, but there's victory. This is awesome. This is totally awesome. Okay, so hey, lucky girl. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys, thanks so much. This is victory after adversity, right? He's wearing the victory parade. All the people in the town are having a celebration. They're welcoming this guy warrior back after all the trials and tribulations. So it's very good. We got lots of horses here. I'm loving this. And remember, the corporations, even Walmart's numbers were down. They need us to buy their products. So they're going to help us. They really will. So no worries, you guys. We've got this. There are people working behind the scenes. Legacy media isn't reporting it. So, but we are here. And a lot of readers are picking up on really great, important information. And you guys are all psychic. Oh, thank you. Oh, you don't have to do it at exactly the same time, professional dog trainer. Thanks for your donation. Send it the day before. Send it after. This is just if you're available at that time. It all goes to, all the energy goes out in quantum physics. Our intentions, it's all about intentions. It's like doing a healing session. You can't do it incorrectly. It's all about your intention, right? So just send it out. It's a wave of intention of our love and our light and working together. And that was the message from Sylvia Brown. All right. All right, you guys. Much love to you. Thanks for the super chats. T-Barb, Lucky Girl, everybody that stuck with me through the audio and visual problems, thank you so much. I will see you guys later. I don't know if I'm going to be on with Sunday Petty Boots. I'm not sure. All right, if you can do the prayers at 2 p.m. Eastern, great. If you can't make it at that time, send it before, after, it doesn't matter at all, it goes to the same place. All right? Thank you. Hang in there.